Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the LLM webinar with the University of Derby Online Learning. I'm Charlotte Abbott, and I lead the dedicated Online Learner Advisor team, and I'll be facilitating the session today. Joining me in the studio is George Ellisson, who's the course leader for the law programs, and my admissions colleague, Callum Cartledge, who's here to help answer the text chat questions as they come in. So over the next hour, I'll be telling you about the law programs, or we'll be telling you about the law programs and the awarding pathways that are on offer. We'll also be giving you a flavour of what it's like to study online, but most importantly, it's an opportunity for you to ask your questions to us, so we welcome them. I'd like to start with some housekeeping. I'll be taking you through some slides initially, over the next 15 minutes, and telling you about the university, online learning here, and the support that you can get from us that will hopefully give you the best study experience you can have. Okay, so a little bit about us at the university. The University of Derby Online Learning is a dedicated team within the wider university. We look after online programs and support for all our online learners. Online isn't a new concept to the university. We have been delivering programs online for approximately 12 years. So that time has given us the opportunity to develop our knowledge and expertise in the area and also develop a portfolio of programs over that time. The programs are demand-led. We do a lot of market research to ensure that what we're offering is what students are looking for, and importantly what industry experts are looking for as well. We have one of the largest portfolio of online courses in the UK, and approximately 2,500 students that are engaging with us. The number is growing, especially in our overseas market. That's certainly expanding. So a warm welcome to those of you that have logged in from outside of the UK. We are a far-reaching university. To give you an example of this, we've had some interest today for today's session from inquiries in Nigeria, in Kenya, Denmark, Greece, and France. And also, so a warm welcome to you, and also to those of you logged in from the UK. We've been running these online sessions for a long time with a real success rate from it. It's really to give distance learners an opportunity to engage with us when they wouldn't normally have this opportunity, as on-campus students would be able to visit us physically on site. So we are delighted that you're joining us today, and we hope that you do get a lot out of the session. Okay, our mission statement: choosing the right course at the right university is a massive decision. It's one of the biggest decisions you can make. So we need to ensure that we can give you the best possible experience if you choose to study with us. We've created a mission statement I've put on the screen now, so I'll just give you a moment to read through that. But I would like to pull out some highlights there. We do have, the majority of our courses are accredited by professional bodies, and that helps to enhance career prospects and employability for our learners. That's been a major draw for a lot of our professional students that join us. And they are demand-led courses. We always work with industry professionals to ensure that what we're delivering is fit for purpose, it's current, and it's relevant for employers out there. Support from dedicated online tutors has been a really important development for us. We've relied in the past on expertise that sits on campus within the faculty. What we've done now with online tutors is we've not only employed tutors with the expertise in their particular field, but also experts in online delivery, so you get that good experience and support. You'll also, if you enroll with the university, have a named advisor who can support you throughout your studies, and that's somebody that you can go to in the first instance for any non-academic queries. So any sort of pastoral support, support with fees and funding, with your assessment submission and such. The course materials that we developed, say here it's interactive, it's stimulating, and again it's been developed in mind of online delivery. So so you do have a similar experience to students that are coming in on campus in tutorials, but it's been designed for online students in mind. Okay, why study with us? As I've mentioned before, you'll get support from dedicated online tutors. They can be contacted via email, via telephone, and it's been useful for our overseas students to use the Skype facility. So you will be a learner online, but the tutors will be there to support you, and can contact you through those mediums. You'll receive advice and guidance from them with regards to your assignments. So you can talk to them about structuring your assignments, what's working, what isn't. They can give you some constructive feedback. But Angela, the course leader, will be able to tell us a little bit more about that later. You'll learn through reading and research, but the virtual learning environment at the university has really interactive classrooms and platforms. So there are online discussion forums, webinars, cafe forums, so it's a really interactive experience. All of our online materials are available online, so that gives you the flexibility to study wherever and whenever you wish to do so, and can fit around your work and personal commitments. The majority of our students are working professionals, and a lot of them working at a full-time rate, so the flexibility that the delivery offers is suitable for our students. We have an e-library which is based in our on-campus library, and it's a specialist team that support our off-campus students. And we can provide facilities such as postal services to the UK. We can photocopy journals and articles to send out to students. So there isn't the reliance on ordering in textbooks. There isn't a requirement to buy any additional text. You will be provided with a reading list, and that material should be available through our e-library for you to access. We offer flexible payment terms where you can spread the cost of fees. We appreciate that studying at this level, it can be quite expensive. So this is a new thing that we brought in last year. We'd listened to our students' feedback, and we're offering more flexibility in the repayment terms. The students can pay as you study, which means that you pay in instalments of a defined amount, and from the start of your trimester, your study period, to the end, you should have completed payment for a module. So that's really helped our students to manage their money over the academic year. That's been really successful. We have a choice of intake dates. Traditionally, our on-campus programs would offer an autumn or a spring intake, but we don't have the constraints of our on-campus colleagues, because we're not reliant on the site and facilities being open. So we do offer a summer intake as well, which also allows students to study throughout the year and complete their course in a shorter period of time than traditional on-campus students would do. And it's a UK award from anywhere in the world. We do have questions from our international students of what will my certificate say. There's a belief that online study may not be as of a standard that's comparable with an on-campus degree. That's not the case, and we do reflect that in the awards that we issue. So an on-campus student who achieved an award would get exactly the same as an online student. It wouldn't identify the mode of study or where it was studied at. Okay, I'd like to take you now just through a few slides of examples of your learning environment. So this will give you an idea of what the learning platform looks like. It is just an example. It's not from the MA Education programme, but all of our pages are templated. So as you move through the programme from module to module, there'll be that same look and feel. So as you're familiar with your studies, you'll be able to pick up the next module and run with it. You'll know where everything sits. So on the landing page for the learning environment, you've got a window section here of announcements. You can manage your calendar. There's areas for updated information through discussion forums. You can create to-do lists, so that's really useful. Down the left-hand side of the screen, you have a sub-menu, and all of these areas will, as I say, be the same throughout your studies. So you'll have an area that's holding module information on a home page, tutor information, so how to contact your tutor. There's learning activities, and then the community spaces. So here is an example of the learning activities. Now with the independent study, which this is an example of, you do get one folder here of managing your resource project. For the standard 20 credit modules that you'll study before you get to your final module, there'll be folders here for different units of work, and that will be released on a weekly basis. So you'll be able to manage your time weekly depending on what the unit requirements are. Okay, managing your research project, again as an example, each of these folders have subfolders, and there'll be an order in which you follow the studies and the indicators here on what you'll need to do. And this is actually getting into the module, so this is what all of our modules look like. The introduction, again there'll be a helpful subfolder that will direct your studies throughout. So I hope that's been useful to see what you'll be using in terms of resource. And here is a page that indicates the different forums and discussion boards that you'll be able to use. And again, that would be linked to from the left-hand side of the page. So you can see that the navigation is really easy. It's quite straightforward where things are. So hopefully that will give you an indication of what you'll be accessing. Okay, I will come back to this. This is a slide about application deadlines. The teaching for the LLM program in January we have put it back a week because of the amount of interest we've had. It will start on Monday the 3rd of February, but we would encourage all applications to be into us by the 13th of January. But when George hands back, we'll go through that in more detail. Okay, so over to George. Thank you.
Thank you, Charlotte. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to UDOL Online. My name is George Ellison, and I'm the Program Leader for the LLM. The purpose of the night is for me to go through the program and give you some overview of what the LLM program involves, what will be required of yourselves, and what the course actually will involve. Why do you want to come and do an LLM? Well, first of all, an LLM is distinctive in itself. You'll see we don't call it a Master's in Law. It's actually, its title is an LLM. And because of the nature of it, it's distinctive from other programs. It's held with a broad appeal to senior business people because of the skills you acquire while studying. You don't have to come to the LLM with a previous legal education. However, in most cases, you have to prove you can study at a master's level. Although, if you come to us with a vast experience of a legal background, we will consider and look to bring you on as an associate student, which I'll talk more about later on. With studying an LLM, there's no doubt it improves your employability factors. More and more demand is coming from employers for the skills that this program gives you. And with that, it also offers you transferable skills that allow you to progress through any organization you work for. It's not necessarily aimed at people going into the legal profession, looking at things like human resources, government departments, and management within those respective organisations. The good thing about this LLM program is that you can choose your own pathway, and you can choose your own title of award, which there are 3 of. You can look at just an LLM in general, and I'll go through exactly what's involved with each program as we progress. You can choose one in corporate and financial law, and you can choose one in commercial law. The structure is, through the flexibility, is that there are only 2 compulsory modules within the program. They are legal scholarship, which is the first module, and that teaches you how to research and how to present academic material at a master's level. The independent study is the last module in the program, and it's a 60 credit module. It runs for 12 months, and it's a dissertation of 15 to 20,000 words of a choice of study you decide between yourself and your supervisor. The other 5 modules that you choose can be optional. So whatever interest you have, you can follow through this pathway. So in commercial law, you would start off with legal scholarship. Your final module would be independent studies, but the 2 compulsory modules you would have to sit are commercial theories and the national and international sales of goods. Having studied these 2, you will come out with an LLM in commercial law. Same in corporate and financial law. Your 2 compulsory subjects are legal scholarship and independent studies. However, if you then go on to study company law, international banking and finance, and choose 3 other modules from an optional list, you will come out with an LLM in corporate and financial law. And then the options or the modules available to you vary through business crime, commercial theories, company law, information and communication technology law, international banking and finance law, international protection of intellectual property rights, and national and international sales of goods. So, having made the choice of what program you're going to take or what pathway you're going to take, the next thing you have to decide is how long will it take you to complete it. Well, we give you 2 options. We have a fast track, which would take 18 months, and we have a standard route, which would take 3 to 4 years. We'll go back to the fast track. What that means is that normally in a trimester we would run 1 module per trimester. However, you decide to fast track, you can do 2 modules. What I would say to you is that that will take 40 hours a week of your own private study to complete that course, and it is extremely intensive. If you come to the standard route, you've got an option of between 3 and 4 years. You study 1 module per trimester, and that would take 20 hours per week of private study time. So, what are the personal skills that you need to achieve an LLM? As I stated previously, the LLM is held with high regard within industry. It is a law program, and from that it is very intensive. You need to have a lot of self-discipline. You need to be able to set aside 20 hours a week. You need to have self-sufficiency. You need to understand the demands that will be placed on you, and you need to have a feeling of self-belief. The program runs that each week you'll be set tasks, you'll be asked to engage in onboard online discussions, and there will be tests set for you. So, how does it work? You've now been given insight of what the courses involve, what pathway you can take, how long will it take. You have to register now if you decide which one you decide that you're going to take to the appropriate course and the pathway if appropriate. We recommend at first you complete 1 module per trimester. You can always at a later date move up onto the fast track course depending on your own commitments and your own ability to complete the course. We expect you to have weekly engagements through Blackboard, discussion boards and wikis and questions will be posed by the module tutors to encourage your engagement and develop your learning within them. You select from an options offered on the study plan set to all students who register, so you can decide when you're going to start, either in September, January or May. What do we offer to help you through that? Well, first of all, each module has its own dedicated online tutor, and they will support you through the 10-week trimester. There will be weekly contact through the wikis, through the discussion boards, and the module tutor will make themselves available through emails as well. You also have an online advisor for pastoral and academic support. So anything outside academic work that you need support for, you will have a dedicated online supporter who will be named to you. We provide all the materials and activities. They are downloaded onto Blackboard and available to you as soon as the module starts. There are help notes that support them, and through you will get a weekly overview from your module tutors. Again, there's IT support in case your computer or anything fails through either the phone or the email. This is a master's program, and there are two forms of assessment. A formative assessment is assessment that normally appears midway through the trimester, and it's a non-assessed piece of work. A task will be set to you, and this will be marked, and you will receive feedback on it. But it's not graded. It does not go to form part of your final assessment. However, the purpose of it is to get you ready to pass your final piece of assessment work. Your final assignment is a summative assessment. You will know that what your final piece of work are from the day the course goes live. And your tutors normally will work with you towards completing that summative assessment. And normally they come in forms of either a case study, an extended essay between 3,000 and 4,000 words, a report, or it might be an evaluated workshop. It could be any one of those, but you won't be left alone to deal with it. You will have got support from your tutor, and if you've completed the formative assessment, you'll have a fair indication of what's required of you academically. So, again, it goes to what are the benefits of studying for an LLM in law. I've already said to you about the high esteem that the award is thought of within the commercial and business world. It gives you an opportunity that is to achieve an award that's acknowledged by respective professional bodies inside and outside of the legal profession. It also allows you to gain CPD points if you are within the legal profession. So if you're working to become a solicitor or are a solicitor, or if you're working towards becoming a barrister or are currently a barrister, whilst you're studying for the LLM, this counts towards your CPD. The LLM does not restrict itself to the legal profession. As stated previously, the skills that it gives you in its research, in its writing, and its presentation skills can take you into numerous professions such as human resources, journalism, or senior positions within the civil service. Thank you for listening. Any questions?
So we hope that we've achieved what we've set out to do with this session, which is to give you an opportunity to engage with us online, to ask you questions about the law programme, to learn a little bit more about how it's structured, how it's delivered, how you'll be supported, and what sort of award that you can leave with particular name pathways, something of interest, and that we've answered those questions for you. It really matters to us that we've given you this opportunity, and we will be I'll just move this slide on so we've got some more information. Okay, we will be having similar sessions again in the future. So keep an eye open for those if you have a general interest in online learning. But we really thank you for taking part. On the slide on the screen now, there is the contact details for my colleague Callum, and he deals with all inquiries for the law programme and admissions. So if you're wanting to make an application for the course, Callum is the person that can help support you throughout that process. To make an application, there is a link at the bottom of the screen to apply online. If you go through our university web pages, in the address bar at the top, you can type in / after the university's homepage address, and that will take you to the online pages. From there, you can select the program that you're interested in, and there'll be a link on each of those programs to making an application online. So you can either go through that route or through the direct link that's on the screen now. Because of the interest we've had in the programme, we are encouraging students or potential students to make an application to us by the 13th of January. That would give us time to process the paperwork, make a decision and get that back to you in plenty of time for the start of term, which is the 3rd of February. So thank you again. We really value your feedback, and as we are developing these sessions going forward, we would welcome your comments and ideas of where we can make changes, where we can improve. So that would be really welcome. And we're going to send a link out via email to everybody. So as I said, we would welcome your feedback. Okay, so we hope that this information has been useful, this session has been enjoyable for you. We hope to see an application from you, and that we're able to welcome you as an online learner with the University of Derby in our spring trimester. So thank you very much. Thank you to everybody in the room that's helped make this session go ahead as it has. So thank you and goodbye.